Welcome back, guys.
Hi.
I have my sister-in-law here, and this is her segment now. We're gonna be making tamales de rajas con queso. So I have the other ones in the background now. We finally finished them. It takes a minute. Let's see if we have a... And it's about to get hot in this kitchen. Sorry, my breaker popped. What? We have the babies here, so I'm sorry, there's gonna be a lot of noise. There we go. All right, so what are we gonna use for this, Picas?
So for this one, we're gonna make masa. We're gonna need masa.
So we're gonna use the rest of this. For the rajas, we need...
For the rajas, we need jalapenos, a bunch of onion, and tomatoes.
Tomatoes. Okay, so...
I'm gonna start chopping up the onion.
Okay, and while she's doing that, I'm gonna work on the masa. Because it does take a minute. It's a lot of prepping, guys. It's a lot of prepping.
Yes.
So... For this one, we are gonna be using the same masa.
They do sell masa, the tamal, already like made at the store by the same brand, but for me it doesn't taste the same. I like this brand.
We do everything from scratch here. So
Yeah.
we're doing this from scratch. But like on a day where you're like super busy and you just don't have time, but you really want tamales, you can buy it. Oh, you guys, I forgot to do a shout out. So I guess the tamales that we're doing, they're son estilo Nayarit, and my mom was taught by Araceli Ceja, which is a lady that we used to go to church with, and she's from Nayarit, so she taught my mom how to do them. So shout out to your mom, Nayeli. Tell her we said thank you, because they're freaking bomb. Probably shouldn't use that one. So then we're still gonna use your royal. That's enough. Maybe a little bit more. They can never be too fluffy. Okay. And then oh, for this
Some chicken bouillon.
chicken bouillon.
Yeah.
All right.
Sal.
Now you're doing some chicken bouillon, some nor. Guys, I told you Nor is my best friend. How much?
That's fine. Not too much.
Not too much?
The whole thing's fine.
Okay. So you do 1 little tablespoon. And then salt.
You can't have too much salt, but I put a good amount because when you cook them afterwards, you can't taste the salt.
Yeah. So I just did 2 little bunches. Hopefully that's enough. And the bouillon has a lot of sodium too, so it gives it a lot of flavor too. Let's see what I said. Oh, and then for this one, we do use, I'll show you. So you're gonna have your tomatillos, and you're just gonna take off the leaf, and you're gonna boil the leaf, and we're gonna use that water to give it the extra flavor that it needs.
Yeah, without the leaves.
Without the leaves.
Yeah. And then for the onion, for the rajas, you can use yellow or white. I like to mix both of them just to give it like a flavor to it. And if you're doing the jalapenos, make sure to wear gloves.
Yes.
It's really hard.
Yes,
to
you don't
take
want
the
to be
chile out.
touching your eyeballs later.
Yeah, it burns really bad and it's hard to take off.
Okay.
Because you're going to chop a bunch of jalapeno.
Okay, and I'm gonna throw in 2 big old spoons full of this to begin with. Like you guys saw earlier with the other one, you have to keep adding some, de poquito en poquito. So, but we're just gonna start with 2 big old spoonfuls. And then we're gonna bring this up throw in the jugo. And then after this, you just use regular water, right?
Yeah.
We just use regular water for it. We're gonna throw in a little de poquito. Start it.
And just do all the jalapenos.
Oh! I told you guys this is messy. It splattered me everywhere. Okay. And let that go for a little bit. That was a little too much water. I got excited, guys.
Still chopping up them jalapenos over here.
Bring down my spices. Hazte para allá, baby. Aquí en la cocina no. Go over there. Okay. Hi everybody, welcome. it, guys. I should park it. Dude, this is very, very messy.
Yeah, we got some juicy tomatoes.
I'm gonna end up. Have you guys seen that scene on Home Alone where he gets like the flower stuck to his face? That's gonna be me at the end of this. Oh, yeah.
Gonna wait on hold on tomatoes for a minute because they're really like juicy.
Okay. I'm not 100% sure it's done, but we're gonna test it. Yeah, it still needs more lard. Once this floats, it's good. So we're gonna keep adding lard. Manteca. I like it better in Spanish. Manteca. It doesn't sound so like a bad thing. Lard just sounds so bad. Like you shouldn't be eating it.
Yeah.
Let's check it now. Do you wanna? You guys are struggling over here. Look, you guys. The tomatoes were like super ripe, and now it's like overflowing everywhere. It's okay though. It's okay. All right. So let's try this again. Nope, still more. Dang. Okay, we'll fix that in a minute. But we are gonna take you over to the stove and show you what to do with all the veggies that you cut. Don't mind my mess, guys. Okay, there you go.
So I'm just separating them before I put oil in.
You can have that?
Yeah.
Ándale. You can use this one first.
Okay. I put them in here while I chop them up just so I don't have to like get a plate and dump it in there and then get another plate and dump it in there. I'm gonna separate it. Some people put their oil first and let it get hot. separating it while they get hot.
Almost there. Just need a little bit more.
Who else cries when they cut onions?
Me. Porque soy celosa.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I cry like if I was listening to Chente. Starting to sizzle now. I'm just gonna stir it. Mostly bold. So it can cook even. Turn it down to 6.
Hey guys. So while she's doing that, I'm going to show you how it floats. See, once it starts doing that, that means it's good. And if you're good to go and your masa's good. Then you're going to taste it for salt. It's a little, see, it has to be a little salty for it to, because once they, cuando se está haciendo el vapor, suelta la sal, so you have to kind of make it salty. Yeah, mamá. ¿Ya te dio tu tío snack?
Once you see them, the onion turning a little bit of yellowish color, like not a gold brown yet, you want to throw in your jalapenos. I let mine stay mostly in the middle for now. And once you start, we're putting the tamales like 20 minutes after the house starts to get, well, not the house, but your kitchen gets really hot.
Yeah. So in order to avoid a freaking heat stroke, we have we borrowed a fogon from my in-laws, that we're gonna put outside so that the house doesn't get super hot. You guys can see the other one. Oh, you put this big old, well, you put something super heavy on top of this because otherwise it'll tend to like rock back and forth. So you want to put something heavy on top so that it doesn't do that, and it seals it down so that all of the vapor stays inside. So it cooks everything evenly. And you do it for 1 hour. 1 hour.
Once they're like that, and put a little bit of salt. And as you can see, like that much salt. Or a little bit more maybe. Give it a good stir.
Are you gonna help roll it? Los tamales? Are you gonna help roll the tamales? Why? Vamos a hacer estas compras. I'm only gonna roll it, we're only gonna roll a little bit and then we're gonna get off the light. We're only gonna roll a little bit. Yeah. So does it have to be like tender?
It's everybody's like has their own preference. Some like it like still the crunch, and some like it soggy. So it just like depends.
Well, I would imagine like if you leave them crunchy, but those most
They get soggy.
they're gonna finish
Yeah.
cooking in the they're gonna finish cooking in the thing. So okay.
Chop the
Tomato.
No, they actually need to get
Una hora. Oh, okay. You want me to bring this over or put it in?
You have the long light on it?
And this may look like a lot, but it's
They shrink.
they shrink. And I'm gonna start making a hole in the middle. Let's stroke it.
You want me to dump the thing in here?
Yeah.
So it doesn't like-
tomatoes, and I'm gonna dip it just in the middle.
I call it, can you call it potatoes?
Tomatoes.
I call it potatoes sometimes, and I'm like, that's not what that is. That is not what that's potatoes.
Tomato.
Why would I say tomatoes? Or tomato?
Some people say tomatoes.
No, I know, but there's a scene on that 70s show where he says like tomatoes. He's like, why would I say tomato? That's not even the word.
I'm gonna poke it a little bit. Then I'm gonna add some bouillon. Just the tomato part.
That's a bougie word, bouillon. I just call it North.
North Suiza.
Suiza. Like my best friend. It gives everything so much flavor.
In a lot of Mexican dishes, this is what they use because it represents our flag, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stir it a little bit, not too much, just gotta stay there in the middle, keep poking it. And turn down to a 5 and then put a lid on it.
This one does have a lid. Like this one does have one.
So it could vaporize a little bit. It makes the tomato more pasty.
Ah, okay. That looks cool.
And then once your tomato brings down to a paste, you stir it, and then you stir it all around together.
So in this one, we put a quarter at the bottom of this. We sanitize the quarter and we put it there. And then once it starts to sound like butter, is it done? Or do we just add more water? Or
We check them. When it starts ringing like that, it's indicating that the pot doesn't have any water at the bottom. So it's like a really good Mexican trick because the tamales have to keep maintaining water at the bottom so they can cook. Because basically how they cook is just by all the vapor.
We haven't heard it yet, so that means it still has water. And I had turned it down earlier, but I think I turned it down too much, so because I couldn't hear the water boiling anymore. So I turned it up a little bit. Now I can kind of hear the water boil.
And in my family, we call it tamales toxicas because they're really jealous.
Oh
when
yeah, you have to stay by your tamales. You have to like babysit them apparently, because otherwise they don't cook very well.
Yeah.
You don't want to like constantly buy them. So you can't just like set it and then leave.
You have to stay in the room and stay watching them.
Yeah, and you have to like talk to them. Yeah, Caricia, that's just kidding. Like, hey babies, I'm gonna eat you later. Con sal y limón.
I'm gonna open this up, get it a little stir.
I quita la tapadera so you can see.
Oh yeah, sorry. So it's like watery right now. I think I'm gonna turn it up a little bit and take the lid off because I want it pasty. Not too much because you don't want it to burn. Go to a 7.
Yeah, guys, it's a lot of prepping work, but it's so worth it. This is why we only make tamales every once in a while, because it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But if you
Prepping. I think making them is not as bad, but prepping.
Yeah, the prepping. It's the prepping.
A lot of work.
Yeah, and if you have extra hands to help you smear like the husks and stuff, it's way faster. One time I did tamales all by myself because I wanted to see if I could do them. It took me hours. It took me literally 6 hours just to do everything by myself. It sucks. I never again. I was traumatized. I didn't want to do tamales anymore. It's been like 2 years since I've done them.
When I'm old and have grandchildren, I'm like, we ain't baking no cookies over here. We're making tamales, and you guys are helping me wrap. They're gonna grab the masa and throw it at me. I'm gonna be like, we want cookies.
They have to boil like that.
Yeah. Some people like theirs like wet, because it gives the masa juice, but I'm trying to evaporate as much tomato juice.
Oh, so you're doing this so you can like evaporate all the water and it can just be like the tomato paste?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
But this tomato was so juicy.
I know. It was like splattering all over the kitchen. I was like, what the heck? I got it all over my pants. And I'm wearing like an apron so I didn't get dirty, and I'm still all dirty from the masa and the tomato.
It was like a horror film. Just like, it's just
Like
let it
the
go.
Jason theme song in the back, like. Oh no, is that Jason or is that Psycho? Oh, it's a shower scene in Psycho.
Psycho,
Yeah. Sorry guys, I don't know my movies.
I was watching the Texas Chain Massacre with me today. But I don't think you can watch this movie.
Chita, you okay? No te la tomes tan rápido. And your shoes. It was just water. Just drinking all fast. I looked over, she was like chugging it. I'm like, gonna choke.
Remember when Ezra was little, we had to take
Oh
it
my
away
gosh.
because he didn't know how to stop.
Yes.
It's almost there.
So once again, guys, once this is ready, we're gonna start wrapping. We're gonna just wrap a few to show you how they go, and then I'll probably take pictures of like when I start putting them in here and like how to prep your ¿cómo se dice? Tu vaporera, and then or just do like maybe like a little video just so I don't have to go live again, but just so I don't have to go live again, and then I'll just do like a little video of it, and then I'll post it so that you guys can know how to prep it, because there's different ways of prepping it, but my mom just taught me this way right now, so I'm gonna do that, and then hopefully it works. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Is that the quarter de chicas?
Yeah, it's running out of water, but we got 3 minutes, so it's good.
I know, but lo había bajado, so I don't know if that's. Well, we'll check them, and then we're gonna check. We'll check
When
them.
you hear it,
Yeah.
but it still has water, so it's good. Once it's
Okay.
like,
Okay, then it doesn't have any.
yeah, it doesn't
Okay.
have water.
So yeah, I'll probably just do like a little video when I'm prepping the olla or the vaporera, and then how we're gonna be putting them and how to finish putting like the top stuff, because you have to put a bag and then a wet rag, and then you have to put tin foil and everything. So I'll show you guys how to do that in a minute once we're done wrapping, because wrapping takes a minute too. But
And when you're putting the quarter in the thing, you want to make sure it's centered in the middle.
yeah, you want to make sure your quarter is in the middle, and we'll show you guys all this in the video. Just because I feel like live would take forever. to like do everything. Cause it took me like 10 minutes to put all the tamales in there. Cause this whole thing is full and it's like a double thing. So I put the first layer and then the second layer on top. So it's a lot of tamales. And this is just the shrimp one. Let me get you a little plate for that. Where's your baby? You're supposed to take care of the baby. No, there's a baby. There's a baby. I gave you a baby earlier. You're supposed to take care of it. Yeah. Sorry guys, I gave my nephew a toy baby and he's looking for it. But he says that his horses are his babies.
So I don't think this one's gonna get too pasty because it has a lot of juice. So, but it's like, see how it doesn't have a lot of water when I stir it?
So then you can mix it now.
So now I can mix it.
Okay. This is the part I was waiting for. I love when all the colors come together. I'm like, just mix it already.
Same. I just like to eat it like this.
Yeah, that's good. This is a good snack too. Or even just like, yeah, like adding chicken like you're
or shrimp.
Or shrimp. Yeah, you can use this for like a lot of different things. Like just make your own dishes. Ooh, that looks so pretty.
If you want, you can add as much tomato as you want. I just like family preferences. A lot of people don't like tomato because of the heartburn.
Oh, heartburn, yeah, because of the acidity. Yeah.
But if you want it more like rojito, you could add like more tomato and garlic. But I don't like garlic.
Man, me neither. I'm not a big fan of garlic either.
I am for like other stuff, but not for the rajas.
I love onion. I would pick onion over garlic. Ooh, that looks so pretty. It looks so good. It smells delicious. I'm gonna have to wait to eat because I've been like smelling all the food and like te llenas con el olor.
Yeah.
Or even like tasting things. Oh. Smelling. Should I open it?
Yeah. Just be careful.
Okay guys, this is the part where you have to be careful.
I would wear gloves.
Yeah. I'm looking for my...
just because when you open it and
You
if
want
you
to
get
open it up, yeah.
the thing right here, it'll burn your hand.
Oh, really? You want to open it away from you? And just be really careful when you open stuff.
Especially when you take the bag
You
off.
can get like steam burns. Oh, you haven't? Like make sure that you look, because I just burned myself. So make sure you look and see where the steam is coming from. I'm going to pull it from here. And like kind of just open it a little bit. I'm right-handed, so I have to do everything with my right hand, so it's like this is weird doing it with my left hand, but...
Does this have two?
Yeah, they're in the car.
And I'm gonna grab some tongs to like move stuff around in here, because it's super hot. See how I have that bag and the rag? What do you think you can put some on?
I only have to take one out and grab a plate.
Yeah, there's tomatoes.
So we're gonna run a test right now. You wanna grab it from right here so you don't burn yourself. And if the hoja comes off and there's no masa in there, it means your tamal is ready.
Okay.
But they taste better a little bit cold.
Yeah, you have to let them cool down a little bit so that the masa can harden, because it will look like super like still like moisturized or like aguadita. But once once you let it cool for a little bit, it hardens a little bit, and then you can really taste it. So we're gonna set this to the side. We're gonna turn this off. Cover this back up. Cover them. Yeah, and you don't have to put the comal back on. You can just leave them there, and then they'll keep. If there's ones that like were too thick, they'll keep cooking with the rest of the vapor that's still in there. Sí, mamás. So those are finished. We're gonna work on the next one. Oh, you guys. So she was cutting up the cheese earlier. So this is what they're gonna look like. So we're gonna use a cheese and some of that, and we're just gonna do the same thing that we did with the shrimp, but with this. Yeah. Let me grab something we can put it in.
See how it makes a little bit and it was like all the way like up here.
Here, you want to use this one?
Hey, this guy really wants to go see us. Can I take Queso?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll be back. Come on.
Hey, vete con tu tío. Vete con tu tío. En la cocina no.
Okay, you guys need to take your side though.
Okay. Put her in the seat. Mamas, come here. Come sit down. ¿Quieres un tamalito? ¿Quieres un tamalito? ¿Quieres un tamalito, mamá? Yeah, ¿quieres un tamalito? Okay, so. Hey, get it, Saya, get it.
Okay, come on, let's go. Let's go here, work.
Alright guys, sorry, had to go put some stuff over there. But we're gonna go back to our table, set it up again. Oy, look at my double chin. Okay, amor. Okay, there. Can you guys see well right there? Let's get over a little bit. Okay. And then spoons. So be careful because everything's super hot. Let me get the husks. Mama, do you eat donuts? Get it, Saya. Good girl. Mama, ¿te quieres bajar? Work. Okay. So, you want to make sure that they're kind of dry a little bit. And then grab your masa. And if you did your masa right, it should just come off your spoon. It shouldn't be sticking too much to your spoon. And it should stay on your husk. And then you're gonna put some cheese. And then put some rajitas. You guys don't be stingy with your rajitas, okay?
Yeah. I'm not just gonna taste like masa and cheese.
Yeah. If you do your layers thin enough, then you should have a good tamal. Because I've bought tamales sometimes and they're like casi todas masas, and I'm like, no. So when I make my tamales, I make them really like llenos. Aunque salgan poquitos, pero van a llenar.
Yeah. We have more flavor.
If they're too small like this, it's fine to set them to the side. You can use them for other stuff. Or you can grab another one. Put them together. Oh, Sleeping Beauty's awake. My mom took a nap, guys. She was tired. ¿Ya te sientes mejor, mami? ¿Ya te sientes mejor? Sí. Okay, espérame. So. Hey, ¿qué pasó, mi amor? And then that's what it's gonna look like on the inside. I don't know, is there too much light? But then you just kind of make your rows. Ay, Chayita, no se cae. Este es el crushcito. No.
You wanna come say hi? You wanna give a shout out to somebody?
Guys, you're gonna be my goddaughter. Chayita, Zaya.
Look,
Mama, say hi.
say hi.
Can you say hi? She's like, no, I
She's
cannot.
like, look at all that food.
She's like, when am I gonna get fed? Ahorita te doy un tamal, mija. We'll give you one. We'll give you the one that we took out. Nos deja que se enfríe poquito, okay?
And she loves shrimp too. Yeah, but you can't love them.
So, just close the door. You just keep going like this until you're finished with everything, and it does take time, you guys. You guys saw how long it took me to come back live. So just have patience. This is a very patient dish.
Yeah.
Very patient dish because it just takes a lot of work, but it's worth it. Let me show you what the other shrimp does. So it's cooled down a bit. We're just gonna kind of cut it and see, like, it's not mushy anymore. The shrimp is nice and pink inside. It does have a shell, so you just have to take that out before you can eat the whole thing. I like to take the shell off and then cut it in little pieces so that way I can get enough shrimp on everything. But that is how you prepare the rajitas for these dishes. And then I will make a video and post it later on when we're like packing them in and everything. Okay, thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.